whispers meet. Fools are calling, come and walk our way. Catch the innocent, let's seize the day. But a quiet voice begins to rise in the crowded squares beneath the sky. She is calling now, her voice is clear to the simple ones who bend an ear. Oh, listen to the whisper of the wise. Turn away from all the clever lies. Fear of the Lord is where it all begins. A crown of grace before the night sets in. Don't walk the path where the shadows play. Hold on to wisdom, she will show the way. They set an ambush for their own display, rushing blindly to the trap they lay. Ill-gotten gains will take their life away, but wisdom's counsel promises to stay. How long, you simple ones, will you love your days? How long will mockers choose their cynical ways? Turn your heart before the storm comes down, and find the gold inside her quiet crown. When the panic strikes like a sudden blast, and the wreckage of the night is cast, those who ignored her will cry in vain, but those who listen shall forget the pain. Oh, listen to the whisper of the wise. Turn away from all the clever lies. Fear of the Lord is where it all begins. A crown of grace before the night sets in. Don't walk the path where the shadows play. Hold on to wisdom, she will show the way. In the quiet of the midnight air, wisdom dwells in pieces there. Safe from fear, the soul is free. Just listen close to her melody. If you hide my words inside your chest, like a secret that you love the best, turn your ear to where the truth is found. Put your feet on a higher ground. Yeah, you gotta cry out for the light in the middle of the lonely night. Search for her like silver in the dust. Find the only one that you can trust. Then you'll know the fear of the Lord above. Find the knowledge of His perfect love. For He gives wisdom from His very breath, a shield of safety in the face of death. He guards the paths of the just and right, walking with you through the fading light. Discretion will watch over your soul. Understanding's gonna make you whole, to save you from the man who speaks with guile, and the shadows of a crooked smile, from the strangers with their smooth sweet lies, and the vanity that blinds their eyes. Their house is sinking down to the grave, but there's a road that's bound to save. Walk in the footsteps of the good and wise. Keep your eyes upon the open skies, for the blameless soul will surely stay, while the wicked simply fade away. Fade away into the misty gray. Then you'll know the fear of the Lord above. Find the knowledge of His perfect love, for He gives wisdom from His safety in the face of death. He guards the paths of the just and right, walking with you through the fading light. So look for the silver, dig a little deeper in the night. Wisdom's gonna lead you straight into the morning light. Yeah, straight into the light. Child, don't let my teaching fade away. Keep my commands in your heart every day. They'll give you years, a long and peaceful life, a quiet shelter from the storm and strife. Bind love and faithfulness around your neck. Write them on your heart, keep your soul in check. Then you'll find favor in the highest eyes, a beautiful grace beneath the starry skies. Trust in the Lord with all your heart tonight. Lean not on your own understanding's light. In all your ways, just let His hand guide you, and He will make your path straight and true. Don't be wise in your own eyes, my friend. That's where the healing and the blessings begin. Honor the Lord with the wealth you hold, with the first fruits far better than gold. Then your barns will overflow with wine, a sweet taste of the promise divine. And do not resent when He corrects your way, like a loving father in the heat of day. For the ones He loves He will surely chide, to keep them walking safely by His side. Blessed is the one who finds wisdom's trace, more precious than rubies filled with grace. Nothing you desire can compare to her. Long life in her right hand, a beautiful blur in her left hand. Riches and honor gleam, her ways are peace, like a gentle stream. Trust in the Lord with all your heart tonight. Lean not on your own understanding's light. In all your ways, just let His hand guide you, and He will make your path straight and true. Don't be wise in your own eyes, my friend. That's where the healing and the blessings begin. She's a tree of life to those who hold her tight. Walk in her peace through the velvet night. Just trust Him. Yeah, He will make your path straight. Listen, my children, to a father's song. Gain understanding where you belong. I give you sound learning, don't walk away. Get wisdom and it'll set you free. Do not forget and do not depart. Let these sweet words stay deep in your heart. Wisdom is supreme, so get her tonight. Though it cost all you have, get inside. Cherish her close, she'll lift you up high. Wrap you in honor beneath the dark sky. She'll place a garland of grace on your head, a beautiful crown where angels tread. Hear me, my friend, and your years will be many. The path of the wicked ain't worth a penny. Avoid the dark streets, don't even go near. Turn your feet around, keep your conscience clear. For they can't sleep unless they do some wrong. But the path of the righteous is a brand new song. Like the first gleam of dawn, it shines so bright, shining ever brighter till the full moonlight. Pay attention now to the words I speak. They are life and health to the ones who seek. Keep them in sight, let them settle deep in the quiet hours when the world's asleep. Wisdom is supreme, so get her tonight. Though it cost all you have, get inside. Cherish her close, she'll lift you up high. Wrap you in honor beneath the dark sky. She'll place a garland of grace on your head, a beautiful crown where angels tread. Above all else, so guard your heart. For everything you do, that's where it starts. It's the wellspring of life, the source of the flame. Keep your feet from evil, remember her name. Look straight ahead, let your eyes be fixed. No crooked steps, no paths that are mixed. Just guard your heart, yeah. In the jazz of the night, keep it shining bright. The lips of a stranger, they drip like honey, smoother than oil, and it costs no money. But in the end, oh, she's bitter as gall, sharp as a two-edged sword in the fall. Her feet go down to the valleys of death, her steps lead straight to the loss of your breath. She doesn't care for the path of the light, she wanders blindly through the jazz of the night. Keep your way far from a neon door, don't go near where she walks on the floor, lest you give your honor to strangers in town, and the cruel ones tear your dignity down, lest you groan at the end when your body is spent, and you cry in the dark for the years that you lent. So drink the water from your own deep well, let your own spring flow with a story to tell. Should your fountains be scattered out in the street, no, keep them for you, pure and sweet. May your fountain be blessed, let your heart rejoice with the wife of your youth, the girl of your choice, a loving hind, a graceful doe. Let her affection forever flow. Why be infatuated by a stranger's face? Why fold your arms in an unholy embrace? For a man's ways are plain in the Lord's own sight. He examines all paths, the dark and the light. Keep your way far from her neon door. Don't go near where she walks on the floor, lest you give your honor to strangers in town, and the cruel ones tear your dignity down. Lest you groan at the end when your body is spent, and you cry in the dark for the years that you lent. An evil man is caught in his own wicked courts. He dies for lack of discipline, ignoring the Lord's. So drink from your own well. Keep your heart true in the smoky twilight. Let love anchor you. My friend, if you put up security for a brother, trapped by the words you gave to another, caught by the pledge of your own hasty hand, you got to save yourself, understand, go humble yourself, swallow your pride, don't let sleep touch your eyes inside, free yourself like a gazelle from the hunter's snare, like a bird from the net in the midnight air. Oh, take a look around, see how the rhythm flows, don't get caught in the trap where the cold wind blows. Watch your steps in the jazz of the street. Keep your hands clean and steady your feet. Go to the end, you sluggard, look at her ways. Consider her steps, amend your lazy days. She has no commander, no boss, no guide, yet she stores up her food when the sun's outside. How long will you lie there, wasting the light? A little sleep, a little slumber in the night, a little folding of the hands to rest your head. And poverty will hit you like a thief in your bed. There are 6 things the Lord hates with all his might, 7 that are detestable in his holy sight. Haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed blood, a heart that schemes evil like a rising flood, feet that make a quick dash into a sin, a false witness breathing lies from within, and the man who stirs up dissension and pain among the brothers, all for selfish gain. Among the brothers, all for selfish gain. Bind your father's command right onto your heart. Tie it round your neck, let it never depart. When you walk, it will guide you through the dark place. When you sleep, it will watch you with a touch of grace. For these commands are a lamp in the night, and their correction is the path to the light. So wake up, sluggard, hear the trumpet blow. Watch the little ants see her go, go, go. Keep your heart pure, stay away from the snare. In the cool jazz of life, wisdom is there. Yeah, wisdom is there. At the window of my house, looking through the grate, I saw the simple youths playing with their fate. And there was one young man, void of any sense, walking down the corner near her residence. In the twilight hour, as the day grew old, in the evening shadows and the midnight cold, then out comes a woman dressed to play the part, with a hidden motive and a cunning heart. Oh, she's loud, she's rebellious, she won't stay at home. On the streets and the squares where the lonely roam, she catches him and kisses him with a brazen face, saying, come with me to a secret place. In the jazz of the dark, let's lose our trace. She said, I made my peace offerings today. My vows are paid, now let's go and play. I came out to find you, looking for your smile, and I found you, now stay with me a while. I spread my bed with colored linen so fine, with Egyptian fabrics and a grand design. I perfume my couch with myrrh and spice. Come, let's drink our fill of love, it's nice. For my husband's not home, he's gone far away. He took a bag of money for a long, long stay. He won't be back till the moon is full and bright. With a smooth, sweet talk, she wins the fight. With a flattering lip, she leads him astray. And like an ox to the slaughter, he walks her way. Follows her blindly like a stag in a trap, till an arrow strikes his liver in a sudden snap. Like a bird rushing straight into a hidden net, never knowing it will cost his life. And yet, listen to me now, boys, keep your hearts awake. Do not wander into the paths that she makes. For many are the victims that her hands have slain. Her house is the highway to the world of pain, going down to the chambers of the dead. Watch your steps where the shadows tread in the cold, dark night. Keep your soul in the light. Does not wisdom call out on the highest hill? On the paths and the crossroads she is standing still. Beside the city gates in the bustling crowd, she raises up her voice and she cries aloud. To you, O simple men, I am calling near. Listen to my words, let the foolish hear. For my mouth speaks truth and my lips despise every wicked word and the clever lies. Choose my instruction rather than your gold. Receive my knowledge, let the rhythm take hold. For wisdom is better than the finest pearls, more precious than the riches of 1,000 worlds. Nothing you desire can compare to me. I dwell with prudence in the jazz of the sea. I possess counsel, I possess insight. By me kings reign in the morning light. Rulers make laws that are just and fair. I love those who love me, I am always there. Those who seek me early will surely find riches and honor of a lasting kind. My fruit is better than the purest gold, a timeless treasure that will never grow old. The Lord brought me forth at the very start. Before his oldest deeds, I was in his heart. Ages ago, I was formed and set. Before the earth was made, before the waters met, when there were no oceans. I was given birth before the mountains rose above the shifting earth. I was there when he established the heavens high and drew the horizon on the velvet sky. When he fixed the clouds in the deep blue air and secured the fountains of the deep down there. When he set the limits for the crashing sea, I was the architect, happy as can be, rejoicing in his presence every single day, delighting in mankind in a beautiful way. Choose my instruction rather than your gold. Receive my knowledge, let the rhythm take hold. For wisdom is better than the finest pearls, more precious than the riches of 1,000 worlds. Nothing you desire can compare to me. I dwell with prudence in the jazz of the sea. Now listen to me, children, blessed are your ways. Watch daily at my doors through the passing days. For whoever finds me finds the life above and obtains the favor of his perfect love. Yeah, find the life in the jazz of the light. Does not. Wisdom built her house with a grand design. She has hewn her 7 pillars, poured her finest wine. She has prepared her meat, set her table bright, sent her servants out in the fading light. From the highest places in the city square, she calls to the simple, come and enter there. Leave your foolish ways, let your soul revive. Walk the path of insight, learn to be alive. The fear of the Lord is where the music starts. Knowledge of the Holy One heals our broken hearts. Through wisdom your days will be multiplied, and years will be added to your life inside. If you are wise, your wisdom rewards your soul. But if you mock, you'll bear the heavy toll. But look across the street, sitting at her door, folly's loud and ignorant, calling out for more. She sits on a seat at the highest place, watching every passerby, hiding her disgrace. She calls to the lonely who are walking straight, turn and hear, my friend, do not hesitate. Stolen water, sweet bread, and secret taste so fine. She whispers her lies with a crooked line. Oh, but the simple guy doesn't even know that the dead are there where her candles glow. Her guests are deep in the underworld shade, trapped in the ruin that her hands have made. A contrast of feasts in the jazz of the town. One lifts you up and one tears you down. Starts. Knowledge of the Holy One heals our broken hearts. Through wisdom your days will be multiplied, and years will be added to your life inside. If you are wise, your wisdom rewards walk with wisdom in the light divine, or taste the stolen water of the dark routine. Listen to the rhythm, choose the feast supreme. Yeah, choose the feast. A wise son brings joy to his father's face, but a foolish one leaves a bitter trace. Ill-gotten treasures won't profit your soul, but righteousness is gonna make you whole. The Lord won't let the righteous go without, but he thwarts the craving of the wicked crowd. Lazy hands will bring you poverty's sting, but diligent hands make the whole world sing. The blessings of the Lord, they bring true wealth, with no painful sorrow, just peace and health. The one who walks in integrity walks secure, but the crooked path is a trap for sure. Yeah, the mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, while the words of the wicked only stir up strife. Hatred stirs up conflict in the dead of night, but love covers over all wrongs in the light. Wisdom is found on the lips of the bright, but a rod's for the back of the blind in sight. The rich man's wealth is his fortress wall, but the poverty of the poor is their sudden fall. The wages of the righteous lead to life, it's true, but the harvest of the wicked is a bitter brew. Whoever heeds discipline is on the path of life, but whoever ignores correction leads to strife. A prating fool will surely come to ruin, while the quiet soul watches the rising moon. The tongue of the righteous is like choice silver, my friend, but the heart of the wicked has a bitter end. Are gone, but the righteous stand firm like the break of dawn. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is a sluggard to the boss he denies. The fear of the Lord adds length to your days, but the years of the wicked cut short their praise. The blessings of the Lord, they bring true wealth, with no painful sorrow, just peace and health. The one who walks in integrity walks secure, but the crooked path is a trap for sure. Yeah, the mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, while the words of the wicked only stir up strife. The hope of the righteous brings pure delight, while the expectations of the wicked die in the night. Watch your tongue, let the song of wisdom be softly sung. Yeah, keep it steady in the light. A scale that cheats and lies, but an accurate weight brings a smile to his eyes. When pride comes knocking, disgrace is at the door, but with humility, wisdom walks the floor. The integrity of the honest keeps them on the track, but the duplicity of the treacherous breaks their back. Wealth is worth nothing on the day of wrath, but righteousness will save you on the final path. The good man's kindness is a light in the dark, leaving on the world a beautiful mark. A generous soul will prosper and thrive. The one who refreshes will stay alive. Yeah, the fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, a quiet shelter from the judgment and strife. Through the blessing of the upright a city will rise, but the mouth of the wicked tears it down to the skies. A man out of wisdom belittles his friend, but a man of understanding holds his tongue to the end. A gossip goes around spreading secrets in town, but a trustworthy person keeps the curtain down. For lack of guidance a nation will fall, but many advisors will save us all. Whoever puts up security for a stranger will smart, but holding on to a pledge breaks a foolish heart. A kind-hearted woman gains respect and grace, but ruthless men just chase a wealthy place. Your own soul benefits when you are kind, but a cruel man leaves only torment behind. One person gives freely, yet gains even more. Another withholds unjustly and ends up poor. People will curse the man who hoards all the grain, but blessings are on the cellar through the rain. Whoever seeks good finds favor and peace, but evil will find the one who makes it increase. The good man's kindness is a light in the dark, leaving on the world a beautiful mark. A generous soul will prosper and thrive. The one who refreshes will stay alive. Yeah, the fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, a quiet shelter from the judgment and strife. Those who trust in riches will surely wither and fall, but the righteous will thrive like a green leaf on the wall. Be generous, my friend, keep your balance true in the jazz of this life. Let love flow through you. Whoever loves discipline loves to know the way, but he who hates correction is a brute, they say. A good man obtains favor from the Lord on high, but a crafty schemer gets a cold reply. A man cannot find root in a wicked space, but the righteous stand firm, rooted in grace. A noble wife is her husband's crown and pride, but a shameful one is like rot inside. Oh, the words of the wicked lie in wait for blood, but the speech of the upright rescues like a flood. And reckless tongue cuts like a sharpened sword, but the tongue of the wise wise brings a sweet accord. Lying lips are detestable to the divine, but those who act faithfully make the music align. A prudent man keeps his knowledge out of sight, but a foolish heart shouts its folly in the night. Diligent hands will rule and take the lead, but laziness ends up in slave labor indeed. Anxiety weighs down a heavy broken heart, but a kind gentle word makes the joy start. The righteous choose their friends with a careful eye, but the path of the wicked leads them all awry. The lazy man doesn't even roast his prey, he lets the finest treasures simply slip away. But the diligent soul prizes what he owns, building up a house on the solid stones. In the way of righteousness there is life, you see. Along that lonely path there's no mortality. Lie in wait for blood, but the speech of the upright rescues like a flood. And reckless tongue cuts like a sharpened sword, but the tongue of the wise brings a sweet accord. Lying lips are detestable to the divine, but those who act faithfully make the music align. Truthful lips will endure forever and a day, but a lying tongue is just a flash, then it fades away. Watch your words in the dark, let them heal, not tear. In the cool jazz of the night, wisdom's remedy is there. Yeah, let the truth endure. A wise son hears his father's steady cue, but a mocker won't listen when correction's due. From the fruit of his lips a good man tastes the best, but the treacherous crave violence in their chest. He who guards his lips protects his very life, but a wide open mouth brings a world of strife. The sluggard craves and gets nothing in the end, but the desires of the diligent are satisfied, my friend. Hope deferred makes the heavy heart sick, like a dying candle with a fading wick. But a longing fulfilled is a tree of life, shining through the sorrow and the midnight strife. Walk with the wise and you'll grow wise too, but a companion of fools will find a bitter brew. The righteous hate a lie, it's a shameful stain, but the wicked bring disgrace and a shadow of pain. Righteousness guards the man a blameless way, but wickedness overthrows the sinner in the grave. One man pretends to be rich, yet has nothing at all. Another pretends to be poor, with great rich man's wealth may ransom his breath, but a poor man hears no threat of death. The light of the righteous shines bright and clear, but the lamp of the wicked will disappear. Pride only breeds a quarrelsome fight, but wisdom is found in the counsel of light. Dishonest money dwindles away in the night, but he who gathers little by little makes it bright. Whoever scorns instruction will pay the price, but he who fears a command is rewarded nice. The teaching of the wise is a fountain of life, turning a man from the snares of death and strife. Good understanding wins favor and grace, but the way of the unfaithful is a harsh, cold place. Hope deferred makes the heavy heart sick, like a dying candle with a fading wick. But a longing fulfilled is a tree of life, shining through the sorrow and the midnight strife. Walk with the wise and you'll grow wise too, but a companion of fools will find a bitter brew. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's kin. Gather your treasures little by little from within. In the smoky jazz of the night, let the fountain of life keep you true. Yeah, walk with the wise. Just walk with the wise. The wise woman builds her house with her own hand, but a foolish one tears it down where they stand. He who walks in uprightness fears the Lord high, but the devious in heart passes him by. In the mouth of a fool is a rod for his pride, but the lips of the wise keep them safe inside. Where there are no oxen, the manger is clean, but a powerful harvest needs labor unseen. There's a way that seems right to a man tonight, but its end is the way of death out of sight. Even in laughter, the heart may ache and sigh, and joy may end in a grief drifting by. So guard your steps in the jazz of the crowd. Don't follow the road that is flashing and loud. An honest witness does not deceive or lie, but a false witness breathes out a cynical spy. A mocker seeks wisdom and finds none around, but knowledge comes easy where understanding is found. Stay away from a fool, don't walk in his trace, for you won't find a word of knowledge in his place. The wisdom of the prudent is to think where they go, but the folly of fools is the deception they show. A tranquil heart gives life to the flesh, keeping the spirit pure and fresh. But envy is like a rot in the bones, sinking you down like the heaviest stones. poor shows contempt for his king. But whoever is kind to the needy makes the angels sing. A quick-tempered man acts foolishly and blind, and a man of wicked schemes is hated by mankind. The simple inherit folly in the dark of the town, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge all around. Righteousness exalts a nation to the sky, but sin is a disgrace to any people passing by. There's a way that seems right to a man tonight, but its end is the way of death out of sight. Even in laughter the heart may ache and sigh, and joy may end in a grief drifting by. So guard your steps in the jazz of the crowd. Don't follow the road that is flashing and loud. The wicked is brought down by his own dark art, but the righteous finds a refuge with the peaceful heart. Keep your heart tranquil in the cool midnight air. Look past the illusions. Wisdom is waiting there. Yeah, she's waiting there. A gentle answer turns away the rising wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger on the path. The tongue of the wise commends knowledge tonight, but the mouth of the fool spouts folly in the night. The eyes of the Lord are everywhere in town, keeping watch on the wicked and the ones with the crown. A healing tongue is a tree of life so sweet, but a deceitful word crushes everyone you meet. A happy heart makes a bright and smiling face, but heartache crushes the spirit in this place. The discerning heart seeks knowledge all around, but the mouth of the fool feeds on an empty sound. All the days of the oppressed are wretched and gray, but a cheerful heart has a continual feast every day. Better a little with the fear of the Lord inside than great wealth, a turmoil where the shadows hide. Better a small dish of vegetables where love stays true than a fattened calf with hatred in the brew. A hot-tempered man stirs up a bitter fight, but a patient man calms the quarrel in the light. The way of the sluggard is blocked with thorns and fears, but the path of the upright is a highway through the years. The Lord tears down the proud man's house of stone, but he keeps the widow's boundaries as his own. The Lord detests the thoughts of the wicked crowd, but pure words are pleasing to him, not proud. A greedy man brings trouble to his family's nest, but he who hates bribes will be surely blessed. righteous ways, its answers low. But the mouth of the wicked lets the evil overflow. The Lord is far from the wicked in the dark, but He hears the prayer of the righteous spark. A cheerful glance brings joy to the heart so deep, and good news gives health to the bones we keep. A happy heart makes a bright and smiling face, but heartache crushes the spirit in this place. The discerning heart seeks knowledge all around, but the mouth of the fool feeds on an empty sound. All the days of the oppressed are wretched and gray, but a cheerful heart has a continual feast every day. Wisdom's instruction is to fear the Lord above, and humility comes before honor and love. So give a gentle answer, let your face be bright. In the cool jazz of the evening, keep your spirit light. Yeah, keep it light. Keep it light. To humans belong the plans of the heart, but from the Lord comes the proper speech to start. All a person's ways seem pure in their own eyes, but motives are weighed by the maker of the skies. Commit to the Lord whatever you intend, and He will establish your plans. In the end, the Lord works out everything to its proper place, even the wicked for the day of judgment's face. A man plans his course in the jazz of the night, but the Lord is the one who guides his steps aright. Pride goes before destruction's heavy sound, a haughty spirit before a fall to the ground. Better to be lowly and walk with the oppressed than to share the plunder with the proud and blessed. Whoever gives heed to instruction prospers fine, and blessed is the one who trusts the hand divine. The wise in heart are called discerning, and deep and pleasant words promote instruction that we keep. Prudence is a fountain of life to the wise, but folly brings punishment to the foolish eyes. The hearts of the wise make their mouths prudent and clear, and their lips add learning for everyone to hear. Pleasant words are like a honeycomb, so sweet, delight to the soul and healing to your feet. There is a way that appears right to a man, but its end leads to death. Do all that you can. The appetite of laborers works for them, you see. Their hunger drives them onto their destiny. Plots evil, a destructive spark, and their speech is like a scorching fire. In the dark, a perverse person stirs up dissension and pain, and a gossip separates closest friends through the rain. A violent person entices their neighbor away and leads them down a path that is misty and gray. Gray hair is a crown of splendor, it appears. It is attained in the way of righteous years. A man plans his course in the jazz of the night, but the Lord is the one who guides his steps aright. Pride goes before destruction's heavy sound, a haughty spirit before a fall to the ground. Better to be lowly and walk with the oppressed than to share the plunder with the proud and blessed. Better a patient person than a warrior with a sword. Better one with self-control than one who conquers a board. The lot is cast into the lap, they say, but its every decision is from the Lord today. Just let Him guide your steps in the cool of the night, yeah, guide your steps. Better a dry crust with peace and quietude than a house full of feasting with an angry mood. A wise servant will rule over a shameful son and share the inheritance when the day is done. The crucible for silver, the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart, both the young and the old. A wicked person listens to deceitful talk, and a liar pays attention to a malicious walk. Whoever covers an offense promotes true love, but repeating the matter divides like a velvet glove. A cheerful heart is good medicine, they say, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones every day. So keep the peace in the jazz of the night. Let the love cover over and make it alright. Whoever mocks the poor shows contempt for his king. Whoever rejoices in disaster will feel the sting. Grandchildren are the crown of the old and gray, and parents are the pride of their children today. Eloquent lips are unsuited to a godless fool. How much worse are lying lips when a ruler wants to rule? A bribe is a charm in the eyes of the one who gives. Wherever they turn, prosperity lives. A rebuke goes deeper into one who can see than 100 lashes on a fool's vanity. An evil man is bent only on rebellion and strife. A cruel messenger will come to take his life. Better to meet a bear robbed of her cubs in the wild than a fool in his folly, untamed and defiled. If you repay evil for good, it's a heavy cost. Evil will never leave your house, your soul is lost. Starting a quarrel is like breaching a dam, so drop the matter before the door slam. To acquit the guilty and condemn the right, the Lord detests them both in the morning light. Of what use is money in the hand of a fool, since they have no desire to learn wisdom's rule. Whoever covers an offense promotes true love, but repeating the matter divides like a velvet glove. A cheerful heart is good medicine, they say, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones every day. So keep the peace in the jazz of the night. Let the love cover over and make it alright. at all times, through the rain and the dust. And a brother is born for adversity, in whom you can trust. Even a fool is thought wise if he keeps his mouth closed, discerning if his lips are tight and composed. So keep your heart cheerful, let the mazzosin flow in the cool of the night. Let the arguments go. An unfriendly man pursues his selfish whims, defying all sound judgment as the twilight dims. A fool finds no pleasure in understanding's light, but delights in airing his own opinions in the night. When wickedness comes, contempt comes along, and with shame comes reproach like a broken song. The words of the mouth are deep waters, they say, but the fountain of wisdom is a bubbling brook today. The tongue has the power of life and of death, and those who love it will eat its fruit with every breath. The name of the Lord is a strong fortified tower. The righteous run into it and are safe in that hour. Yeah, they find a refuge in the jazz of the street, a shadow of safety for their wandering feet. The words of a gossip are like choice morsels inside. They go down to the inmost parts where we hide. One who is slack in his work, it is plain, is brother to one who destroys for his gain. The wealth of the rich is their fortified town. They imagine it an unscalable wall up and down before a collapse. A man's heart is so proud, but humility comes before honor is allowed. To answer before listening, that is folly and shame. A man's spirit sustains him through sickness and blame, but a crushed, broken spirit, who can bear its weight? The discerning heart seeks knowledge before it's too late. A gift opens the way for the giver, you see, and ushers them into the presence of the great and the free. To state his case seems right in the court, until another comes forward and cross-examines his report. Casting the lot settles disputes and fights, and keeps strong opponents apart through the nights. An offended brother is more unyielding than a town, and disputes are like the barred gates where the curtains come down. The tongue has the power of life and of death, and those who love it will eat its fruit with every breath. The name of the Lord is a strong fortified tower. The righteous run into it and are safe in that hour. Yeah, they find a refuge in the jazz of the street, a shadow of safety for their wandering feet. He who finds a wife finds what is good and right, and receives favor from the Lord. And the in the cool jazz of the evening, through the sorrow and strife. Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than one who is perverse in speech and a fool in reality. Desire without knowledge is a dangerous thing to hold, and rushing into decisions makes your steps turn cold. A man's own folly ruins his life and his name, yet his heart rages against the Lord, putting the blame. Wealth attracts many friends to a glittering scene, but the poor man is deserted by the closest he's seen. A false witness will not go unpunished in the end, and one who breathes out lies will sink. But whoever gets wisdom loves his own soul inside, and he who cherishes understanding finds where blessings hide. Yeah, look past the gold in the jazz of the street, find the quiet truth where the spirit and wisdom meet. Many curry favor with the ruler who holds the key, and everyone is a friend to one who gives gifts for free. If all the poor man's relatives hate him today, how much more do his friends avoid him along the way? Though he pursues them with pleading words on his tongue, they are nowhere to be found, their shadows unstrung. He who keeps commandments keeps his life on track, but he who is careless in his ways will fall on his back. Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord above, and he will reward them for their act of pure love. Discipline your son while there is still hope in sight. Do not be a willing party to his death in the night. A hot-tempered man must pay the penalty's cost. If you rescue him once, your labor will be lost. Listen to advice and accept instructions, cue that you may gain wisdom for the rest of days with you. Many are the plans in a person's heart, it's true, but it is the Lord's purpose that will prevail for you. What a person desires is unfailing love and grace, and better to be poor than a liar in this place. The fear of the Lord leads to life, resting content, untouched by trouble when the day is fully spent. A false witness will not go unpunished in the end, and one who breathes out lies will the street. Find the quiet truth where the spirit and wisdom meet. A sluggard buries his hand in the dish, they say, too lazy to even bring it back to his mouth today. Cease listening to instruction, my child, if you wish, and you will stray from the words of knowledge in the mist. So lend to the Lord, find your soul's release in the smoky jazz of the twilight. Let him grant you peace. Yeah, let him grant you peace. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is a noisy fight, and whoever is led astray by it is not wise tonight. The terror of a king is like a lion's roaring sound. Whoever provokes him forfeits their life to the ground. It's an honor for a man to keep away from strife, but every fool is quick to quarrel all his life. The sluggard does not plow because the winter's cold, so he begs during the harvest with no grain to hold. A man's steps are directed by the Lord on high. How then can anyone understand their own way passing by? Differing weights and differing measures in the town. The Lord detests them both, turning the curtains down. Keep your balance true in the jazz of the street. Watch the slippery ground beneath your wandering feet. Even a child makes himself known by what he does, whether his conduct is pure and right as it was. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, it's true, the Lord has made them both for me and for you. Do not love sleep or you will grow poor and gray. Open your eyes and you'll have plenty of bread today. It's no good, says the buyer in the store. Then he goes off and boasts about his bargain more. There is gold and rubies in abundance to see, but lips that speak knowledge are a rare jewelry. Take the garment of one who puts up security for a stranger. Hold it in pledge for the one who flirts with danger. Food gained by deceit tastes sweet to men at first. 근데 흙으로 입이 가득 차올라 dying on earth. By seeking counsel and grace. So if you wage war, find guidance in this place. A gossip goes around revealing secrets in the dark, so avoid a man who talks too much without a spark. If anyone curses his father or mother tonight, his lamp will be snuffed out in the pitch black night. An inheritance claimed too early at the start will not be blessed at the end for your heart. A man's steps are directed by the Lord on high. How then can anyone understand their own way passing by? Differing weights and differing measures in the town. The Lord detests them both, turning the curtains down. Keep your balance true in the jazz of the street. watch the slippery ground beneath your wandering feet. Don't say I'll pay you back for this wrong, no, no. Wait for the Lord and He will save you. Let it go. The spirit of a man is the lamp of the Lord inside, searching every corner where the inner motives hide. The glory of young men is their strength and their pride, and gray hair is the splendor of the old who survived. Keep the spirit clean in the cool jazz of the night. Yeah, wait for the Lord. The king's heart is a stream of water in the Lord's hand. He channels it wherever He pleases across the land. A person's ways may seem right in their own eyes, but the Lord weighs the heart where the secret lies. To do what is right and just in every single part is more acceptable to the Lord than a ritual start. Haughty eyes and a proud, ambitious heart. The lamp of the wicked is sin right from the start. The plans of the diligent lead to profit and gain, as surely as haste leads to poverty and pain. A fortune made by a lying tongue in the dark is a fleeting vapor, a deadly and treacherous spark. Yeah, you can run the game in the jazz of the town, but the scales of the Lord will turn you upside down. Better to live on a corner of the roof alone than share a house with a quarreling woman on the throne. The wicked crave evil, it's their soul's delight. Their neighbors find no mercy in their sight. When the mocker is punished, the simple gain advice. By paying attention to the wise, they learn the price. The righteous one takes note of the wicked man's place and brings the wicked to ruin and disgrace. Whoever shuts their ears to the cry of the poor will also cry out and get no answer at the door. A gift given in secret soothes anger and fright, and a bribe concealed in the cloak calms great might. When justice is done, it brings joy to the right, but it terrifies those who do evil in the night. Whoever strays from the path of prudent ways will rest in the company of the dead for all their days. Whoever loves pleasure will become poor and gray. Whoever loves wine and olive oil will never win the day. The wicked become a ransom for the righteous soul, the unfaithful in place of the upright who are whole. Better to live out in a desert land so dry than with a contentious and complaining woman nearby. The plans of the diligent lead to profit and gain, as surely as haste leads to poverty and pain. A fortune made by a lying tongue in the dark is a fleeting vapor, a deadly and treacherous spark. Yeah, you can run the game in the jazz of the town, but the scales of the Lord will turn you up upside down. The horse is made ready for the day of battle, they say, but victory belongs to the Lord at the end of the day. No wisdom, no insight, no plan can succeed against the Lord's purpose, no matter the deed. So get your horses ready, but remember the word. The final rhythm belongs to the Lord. Yeah, it belongs to Him. A good name is more desirable than great wealth tonight. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold in the light. The rich and the poor have this one thing in their place: the Lord is the maker of them all by His grace. The prudent see danger and take refuge from the cold, but the simple keep going and pay the price untold. Humility and the fear of the Lord bring a harvest rife, riches and honor and a long beautiful life. Train up a child in the way he should go, my friend, and when he is old he won't depart from it in the end. The rich rule over the poor in the jazz of the street, and the borrower is slave to the lender they meet. So watch where you build and watch what you sow. True wealth is a rhythm that the proud will never know. Whoever sows injustice reaps calamity and pain, and the rod of their fury will be broken in the rain. The generous will themselves be blessed and secure, for they share their daily bread with the helpless and poor. Drive out the mocker and strife will leave the room. Quarrels and insults will vanish into the gloom. One who loves a pure heart and speaks with grace will have the king as a friend in a lofty place. The eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge tonight, but He frustrates the words of the unfaithful in the night. The sluggard stays inside and says, there's a lion outside. I'll be killed in the public square if I don't hide. The mouth of an adulteress is a pit deep and wide. The one who is under the Lord's wrath will fall inside. Bound up deep in the heart of a child, but the rod of discipline will drive it out wild. Oppressing the poor to increase one's own wealth, or giving gifts to the rich only ruins your health. Pay attention and turn your ear to what the wise say. Apply your heart to the knowledge I give you today, for it is pleasing when you keep them deep within, and have all of them ready on your lips to begin. Train up a child in the way he should go, my friend, and when he is old he won't depart from it in the end. The rich rule over the poor in the jazz of the street, and the borrower is slave to the lender they meet. So watch where you build and watch what you sow. True wealth is a rhythm crush the needy in court, let it go. For the Lord will take up their case with his might. Do you see a man truly skilled in his work tonight? He will serve before kings, not obscure men in the dark. Keep your name good, keep the wisdom spark, yeah, in the cool jazz of the night. When you sit to dine with a ruler, look at what's inside. Put a knife to your throat if you have a big appetite. Do not crave his delicacies, don't you be a fool. For that food is deceptive, a hidden testing tool. Do not wear yourself out just to get rich and high. Have the wisdom to show restraint, let the gold pass by. Cast but a glance at riches, and suddenly they're gone. They will surely sprout wings and fly like an eagle at dawn. Buy the truth and do not sell it for a cheap thrill. Get wisdom, discipline, and insight if you will. Do not gaze at the wine when it's red and refined, when it sparkles in the cup, leaving reasons behind. In the end it bites like a snake in the dark, and stings like a viper, leaving a deadly mark. Do not eat the food of a begrudging, stingy host. Do not crave his choice desserts of which he likes to boast. Eat and drink, he says to you, with a fake design, but his heart is not with you, he's just drawing the line. You will vomit up the little that you ate that night, and you will have wasted all your compliments. Pride, do not speak to a fool, don't waste your breath inside, for he will scorn the wisdom of the words you provide. Do not move an ancient boundary stone along the way, or encroach on the fields of the fatherless today. For their defender is strong, he will take up their plight, he will plead their case against you with all of his might. Apply your heart to instruction, turn your ears to the sound, where the words of true knowledge are meant to be found. Sinners in the street, but always be zealous for the fear of the Lord you meet. There is surely a future hope waiting out there for you, and your expectation will not be cut short. It's true. Listen, my son, and be wise. Keep your heart on track. Do not join those who drink too much wine on their back, or gorge themselves on meat until the morning is gray. For drunkards and gluttons will surely waste away. Buy the truth and do not sell it for a cheap thrill. Get wisdom, discipline, and insight if you will. Do not gaze at the wine when it's red and refined, when it sparkles in the cup, leaving reasons behind. In the end it bites like a snake in the dark, and stings like a viper, leaving a deadly mark. Your eyes will see strange things, your mind will go blind. You'll talk like a man tossed about in the maritime, walk away from the cup. Don't envy evil men in the neon light. Don't desire their company in the middle of the night. For their hearts plot violence all day long, and their lips talk trouble like a broken song. By wisdom a house is built up high, and through understanding it's established nigh. Through knowledge its rooms are filled with gold, rare and beautiful treasures, a sight to behold. Though a righteous man falls 7 times tonight, he rises again, stepping back into the light. But the wicked will stumble when calamity calls, sinking right down through the cracks in the walls. So keep your stride steady in the jazz of the land. Hold on to the wisdom in the palm of your hand. A wise man has great power, it's true, and a man of knowledge increases strength for you. Surely you need guidance to wage your war, and many advisors to settle the score. Wisdom is too high for a fool to attain. In the assembly at the gate he has nothing to gain. Whoever plots evil and schemes in the dark will be known as a master of a cynical spark. If you falter in times of trouble and dread, how small is your strength, how heavy your head. Rescue those being led away to their death. Hold back those staggering to their last breath. If you say, but we knew nothing about this at all, doesn't he who weighs the heart see your sudden fall? Won't he repay everyone in the light according to what they have done in the night? Past the field of a sluggard today, by the vineyard of a man who had lost his way. Thorns had come up covering the ground, the stone wall was broken, scattered all around. I applied my heart to what I saw there. I learned a lesson from the overgrown lair. A little sleep, a little slumber tonight, a little folding of the hands to rest out of sight. And poverty will come on you like a thief in the grave, and scarcity like an armed man, taking it all away. Though a righteous man falls 7 times tonight, he rises again, stepping back into the light. But the wicked will stumble when calamity calls, sinking right down through the cracks in the walls. So keep your stride steady in the jazz of the land. Hold on to the wisdom in the palm of your hand. Do not gloat when your enemy falls to the ground. Don't let your heart rejoice when he's no longer around. For the Lord will see and be displeased with the sight. So keep your soul clean in the cool midnight light. 7 times down, but you rise once more. Let the song of the righteous echo on the floor. Yeah, keep rising up. conceal a matter deep. But the glory of kings is to search it out and keep. As the heavens are high and the earth is wide and grand, the hearts of kings are hard to understand. Remove the dross from the silver in the fire, and the vessel comes out for the silversmith's desire. Remove the wicked from the presence of the throne, and its reign will be established in righteousness alone. A word aptly spoken in the jazz of the night is like apples of gold in settings of silver bright. Like an earring of gold or an ornament so fine is a wise man's rebuke to a listening mind. Keep your spirit cool, let your manners be sweet. Walk with humility on this crowded street. Don't exalt yourself in the presence of the king. Don't claim a place where the great men sing. It is better for him to say, "Come up here, my friend," than to humiliate you before the noble in the end. What your eyes have seen, don't bring hastily to court. For what will you do if your neighbor breaks your report? Argue your case with your neighbor face to face, but don't betray another's confidence in this place. Like the coolness of snow at harvest time so bright is a trustworthy messenger to those who send him right. He refreshes the spirit of his masters in the day. But like clouds and wind without a drop of rain, they say, is a man who boasts of gifts he never gives away. Through patience a ruler can be persuaded to stay, and a gentle tongue can break a bone, they say. If you find honey, eat just enough for your need, lest you gorge yourself and vomit from your greed. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's town and space, lest they weary of you and hate your very face. Like a club or a sword or a sharp arrow in the dark is a man who bears false witness, missing the mark. Like a bad tooth or a foot that slips away is reliance on the unfaithful in a troubled day. A word aptly spoken in the jazz of the night is like apples of gold in settings of silver bright. Like an earring of gold or an ornament so fine is a wise man's rebuke to a listening mind. Keep your spirit cool, let your manners be sweet. Walk with humility on this crowded street. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water cool and sweet. In doing this you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you for the words you said. Like cold water to a weary soul in the dust is good news from a distant land we trust. Keep it smooth, my friend, let the gold and silver align in the smoky jazz of the night. Let your wisdom shine. Like snow in summer or rain at harvest time, honor is not fitting for a fool in his prime. Like a fluttering sparrow, like a swallow in flight, an undeserved curse will never land alright. A whip for the horse, a bridle for the donkey's head, and a rod for the backs of fools, it must be said. Don't answer a fool according to his folly tonight, or you will become just like him in the neon light. Answer a fool according to his folly, you see, lest he think he's wise in his own vanity. Like cutting off one's feet or drinking violence down is sending a message by a fool in this town. Yeah, it's a crazy rhythm in the jazz of the street. Watch the foolish steps of the people you meet. Like the useless legs of one who cannot walk is a proverb in the mouth of a fool who wants to talk. Like tying a stone into the pocket of a sling is giving honor to a fool, a dangerous thing. Like a thorn bush brandished by a drunkard in the dark is a proverb from a fool who completely missed the mark. Like an archer who wounds everyone passing by is he who hires a fool or any stranger walking high. As a dog returns to its vomit in the yard, so a fool repeats his folly, letting down his guard. Do you see a man wise in his own eyes? Tonight there is more hope for a fool than for his bright light. The sluggard says there's a roaring lion in the road. A fierce lion is roaming in the streets with his load, as a door turns back and forth on its hinges all day. So a sluggard turns on his bed, sleeping time away. Sluggard buries his hand deep in the dish, but he's too lazy to bring it back to his mouth as he'd wish. Like one who grabs a stray dog by both of its ears is a passerby who meddles in quarrels and fears. Without wood the fire goes out cold and gray. Without a gossip the quarrel simply dies away. As charcoal to embers and as wood to the fire, so is a quarrelsome man stoking anger and desire. Answer a fool according to his folly, you see, lest he think he's wise in his own vanity. Like cutting off one's feet or drinking violence down is sending a message by a fool in this town. Yeah, it's a crazy rhythm in the jazz of the street. Watch the foolish steps of the people you meet. The words of a gossip are like choice morsels inside. They sink right down to the place where the secrets hide. Like a coating of silver dross over clay, it's an art. Our fervent lips that hide an evil, deceptive heart. Don't believe them when their speech is charming and fine, for 7 abominations fill their hidden design. Keep your fire out, let the gossip cease. Find your peace, yeah, leave the fools behind. Do not boast about tomorrow or what you will gain, for you do not know what a day brings of joy or pain. Let another praise you and not your own mouth today, a stranger's lips and not what you have to say. The stone is heavy and the sand is a burden weight, but a fool's provocation is heavier than their state. Wrath is cruel and anger is an overwhelming flood, but who can stand before jealousy's bitter blood? Better is open rebuke than hidden love denied. Wounds from a sincere friend are faithful, justified. The kisses of an enemy are deceitful and profuse, as iron sharpens iron, giving it a proper use. So one person sharpens the countenance of his friend with a faithful word that guides them to the end. One who is full loaves honey straight from the comb, but to the hungry even bitter food tastes like home. Like a bird that wanders away from its quiet nest is anyone who wanders away from their place of rest. Perfume and incense bring joy to the heart so deep, and the sweetness of a friend springs from counsel they keep. Do not forsake your friend or your father's friend today, and do not go to your brother's house when ruin is on the way. The prudent see danger and take refuge from the blast, but the simple keep going and pay the price at last. Take the garment of one who puts up security for a stranger, hold it in pledge for the one who flirts with danger. He who blesses his neighbor with a loud voice, at dawn it will be counted as a curse when the day moves on. A continual dripping on a very rainy day, and a quarrelsome wife are alike in every way. Whoever tends a fig tree will eat its fruit in store, and he who cares for his master will be honored more. As water reflects the face in the valley below, so one's life reflects the true heart that they know. Death and destruction are never satisfied at all, and neither are the eyes of man before the fall. The crucible for silver and the furnace for the gold, but a man is tested by the praise that he is told. Better is open rebuke than hidden love denied. Wounds from a sincere friend are faithful, justified, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful and profuse, as iron sharpens iron, giving it a proper use. So one person sharpens the countenance of his friend with a faithful word that guides them to the end. Be sure you know the condition of your flocks around. Give careful attention to your herds upon the ground, for riches do not endure forever, nor a crown from high when the hay appears and the tender grass is nigh. The lambs will provide you with clothing for your head, and the goats will provide the price of the field instead. There will be plenty of goat's milk to feed your home, and to nourish your servant girls wherever they roam. The wicked flee though no one pursues them at all, but the righteous are as bold as a lion standing tall. When a country is rebellious, it has many rulers in place, but a ruler with discernment maintains its order and grace. A ruler who oppresses the poor in their plight is like a driving rain that leaves no crops in sight. Those who forsake the law praise the wicked and wrong, but those who keep the law resist them all day long. Evil men do not understand what is just and right, but those who seek the Lord understand it fully in the light. Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than a rich man whose ways are perverse in reality. Whoever keeps the law is a discerning son today, but a companion of gluttons brings his father dismay. He who increases his wealth by interest and large gain gathers it for him who is kind to the poor in their pain. If anyone turns a deaf ear to the law and its sound, even their prayers are detestable on the ground. Whoever leads the upright into an evil path so deep will fall into their own pit that they chose to keep, but the blameless will receive a good inheritance in store. The rich man may be wise in his own eyes and no more. When the righteous triumph, there is great elation and grace, but when the wicked rise to power, people hide their face. Whoever conceals their sins does not prosper or rise, but the one who confesses and renounces them finds mercy in his eyes. Blessed is the one who always fears the Lord with heart, but whoever hardens their heart falls into trouble from the start. Like a roaring lion or a charging bear in the night is a wicked ruler over a helpless people's plight. A tyrannical ruler lacks judgment in every single part, but he who hates ill-gotten gain prolongs his life and heart. A man tormented by the guilt of murder will flee. Let no one support him as he runs to the pit. You see, whoever walks blameless will be kept safe and sound, but those whose ways are perverse will suddenly fall to the ground. Evil men do not understand what is just and right, but those who seek the Lord understand it fully in the light. Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than a rich man whose ways are perverse in reality. Whoever keeps the law is a discerning son today, but a companion of gluttons brings his father dismay. Those who work their land will have abundant bread in store, but those who chase fantasies will be in poverty evermore. A faithful man will be richly blessed, it is told, but one eager to get rich will not go unpunished for gold. To show partiality is not good even for a piece of bread. He who gives to the poor will lack nothing, as the Lord said, but he who closes his eyes to them receives many a curse. When the wicked rise, people hide, but when they perish, the righteous increase their verse. Whoever remains stiff-necked after many a rebuke will suddenly be destroyed without a remedy or fluke. When the righteous thrive, the people rejoice and sing, but when the wicked rule, the people groan at everything. A man who loves wisdom brings joy to his father's face, but a companion of prostitutes squanders his wealth in disgrace. By justice a king gives stability to the land, but one who demands heavy gifts ruins it with his hand. The fear of man will prove to be a snare and a tight cord, but whoever trusts in the Lord is kept safe by their Lord. Many seek an audience with a ruler for their part, but it is from the Lord that one gets justice in their heart. The righteous detest the dishonest and the vile, and the wicked detest the upright and their blameless style. A man who flatters his neighbor spreads a net for his feet. An evil man is ensnared by his own sin on the street. But the righteous shout for joy and are glad all the day. The righteous care about justice for the poor along the way, but the wicked have no such understanding or concern in sight. Mock or stir up a city and set it ablaze in the night, but those who are wise turn away anger and strife. If a wise man goes to court with a fool, there is no quiet life. The bloodthirsty hate a person of integrity so deep, and they seek to kill the upright whose ways they cannot keep. Fools give full vent to their rage when they are annoyed, but the wise bring calm in the end, leaving anger destroyed. If a ruler listens to lies and deceitful things, all his officials become wicked under his wings. The poor man and the oppressor have this in their place. The Lord gives sight to the eyes of both by His grace. If a king judges the poor with fairness and truth, his throne will be established forever from his youth. The rod of correction imparts wisdom to the mind, but a child left undisciplined disgraces his mother. You'll find when the wicked thrive, so does sin increase and grow, but the righteous will see their downfall and their woe. Discipline your children and they will give you peace tonight. They will bring the delights your soul desires in the light. The fear of man will prove to be a snare and a tight cord, but whoever trusts in the Lord is kept safe by their Lord. Many seek an audience with a ruler for their part, but it is from the Lord that one gets justice in their heart. The righteous detest the dishonest and the vile, and the wicked detest the upright and their blameless style. Where there is no revelation, people cast off restraint, but blessed is the one who heeds wisdom's constraint. Do you see a person who speaks in haste and in pride? There is more hope for a fool than for them inside. If a man pampers his servant from youth, it is known the servant will bring grief to him when he is full grown. An angry person stirs up conflict, and a hot-tempered one sins. Pride brings a person low, but the lowly in spirit wins. The accomplice of a thief is his own enemy in the dark, but those who trust the Lord carry the safest spark. I am weary, O God, I am weary and worn. Surely I am only a brute of humanness shorn. I have not learned wisdom, nor have I the knowledge of the Holy One, who has gone up to heaven and come down when the day is done? Who has gathered up the wind in the hollow of his hand? Who has wrapped up the waters in a cloak across the land? Who has established all the ends of the earth so wide? What is his name and his son's name? Tell me where they abide. Every word of God is flawless and pure in the light. He is a shield to those who take refuge in his might. Do not add to his words, or he will rebuke you instead, and you will be proved a liar for everything you said. Two things I ask of you, O Lord, before I die. Do not refuse them to me under the sky. Keep falsehood and lies far from my heart and my place. Give me neither poverty nor riches, but only your grace. Feed me with the food that is my daily need and share, lest I have too much and disown you in the air, and say, who is the Lord, with the proud and hardened face? Or lest I become poor and steal, bringing my God disgrace. Do not slander a servant to their master in the town, or they will curse you and you will bear the guilt down. There are those who curse their fathers and do not bless their mothers at all, those who are pure in their own eyes, yet unwashed from their fall. Those whose eyes are so haughty, whose glances are so bold, those whose teeth are swords, whose jaws are knives untold, to devour the poor from the earth and the needy from mankind. The leech has two daughters, give is all you find. Three things are never satisfied, four never say enough: the grave, the barren womb, the land without water, and the fire so rough. There are three things that are too amazing for me to know, four that I do not understand as they come and go. The way of an eagle in the sky so high and grand, the way of a snake on a rock across the sand, the way of a ship on the high seas in the gale, and the way of a man with a young woman without a trail. This is the way of an adulterous woman as she goes. She eats and wipes her mouth and says, I've done no wrong. God knows every word of God is flawless and pure in the light. He is a shield to those who take refuge in his might. Do not add to his words, or he will rebuke you instead, and you will be proved a liar for everything you said. Two things I ask of you, O Lord, before I die. Do not refuse them to me under the sky. Under three things the earth trembles, under four it cannot bear: a servant who becomes a king and rules over there, a godless fool who has plenty of food to eat, an unloved woman who gets married on the street, and a servant girl who displaces her mistress in the land. Four things on earth are small, yet extremely wise and grand. Ants are creatures of little strength, yet they store their food in summer's light. Conies are creatures of little power, yet they make their home in the crags out of sight. Locusts have no king, yet they advance together in ranks so neat. A lizard can be caught with the hand, yet it is found in kings' palaces sweet. If you have played the fool and exalted yourself in your own way, clap your hand over your mouth and have no more to say. My son, oh the son of my womb, listen to me. Oh the son of my vows, hear what your life should be. Do not spend your strength on women along the way, your vigor on those who ruin kings and lead them astray. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, nor for rulers to crave strong drink and cross the line, lest they drink and forget what the law has decreed, and deprive all the oppressed of the justice they need. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves tonight, for the rights of all who are destitute in the sight. Speak up and judge fairly, let your voice be heard. Defend the rights of the poor and needy by your word. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting in vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is worthy of praise again. Give strong drink to one who is perishing and torn, and wine to those who are in bitter distress and mourn. Let them drink and forget their poverty and pain, and remember their misery no more in the rain. A wife of noble character, who can find her out there? She is worth far more than rubies, precious and rare. Her husband has full confidence in her heart and soul, and lacks nothing of value to make his life whole. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax with no trouble or strife. She works with eager hands like the merchant ships of old, bringing her food from afar through the wind and the cold. She gets up while it is still night to prepare food for her family and portions for her servant girls there. She considers a field and buys it out of her gain. Out of her earnings she plants a vineyard in the rain. She sets about her work vigorously and strong. Her arms are firm for her tasks all the day long. She sees that her trading is profitable and right, and her lamp does not go out in the middle of the night. She opens her arms to the poor in their plight, and extends her hands to the needy in the light. When it snows she has no fear for her household at all, for all of them are clothed in scarlet before the winters fall. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves tonight, for the rights of all who are destitute in the sight. Speak up and judge fairly, let your voice be heard. Defend the rights of the poor and needy by your word. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting in pain, but a woman who fears the Lord is worthy of praise again. She makes coverings for her bed, her clothing is purple and fine. Her husband is respected at the city gate in his line. Strength and dignity are her clothing as she goes. She can laugh at the days to come, whatever it shows. She speaks with wisdom and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over her affairs, no idleness is sprung. Her children arise and call her blessed in the land. Her husband praises her with a lifted hand. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Give her the reward she has earned at the city wall. Let her works bring her praise all of her days before the gates. Before the gates.